Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A second down throw for Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hugo 46, 46. Hugo 46. Hugo 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Fletcher. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
26. 26.
Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46. Here we go.
Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dylan Cantrell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Back to throw, Newton. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
40%, 780. Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. And they've got it here with a 1st down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Cantrell. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, Newton. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey.
From the gun, here's Newton. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
That's Samuel, caught left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
47. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
26.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Here we go. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
26.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get up.
1st down, Prescott. He's got it. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. 180. Gun. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
To throw is Newton. Got an open man. It's Radley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jalen Smith in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Try to lay one. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton. That escapes the sack. Escaping the pressure right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception, they finished off the drive. That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Again to Elliott. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's coming now. 26. 26.
They go to Elliott again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Hey.
Here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the flat. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another first down. On first down, it's Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my theme of Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. 4-8. Hey, 47. 26. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st down, Newton. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You grab the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton throwing again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
20.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to swing this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it.